Have you ever looked someone in the eyes, trusted them with your heart, and then watched them break it like it was nothing? Cheating is not just betrayal. It's the kind of pain that shakes your confidence, your identity, your sense of reality. But here's the real question. How do you handle a cheater without losing yourself in the process? Most people want revenge. Others shut down completely. But the best way to handle cheaters is not about making them pay. It's about choosing your peace over your pain. Can someone truly love you and still cheat on you? Let's talk about it. Welcome to Brain Vital Channel. If you're new here, we're so glad you found us. This is your go-to spot for easy, powerful tips to grow stronger, smarter, and succeed in life. Tired of being pushed around? Want to feel unstoppable and in control? Ready to discover the game-changing secrets that can take you to the next level? Smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so you're always in the loop when we drop new videos. This isn't just fun, it's about unlocking your true power. You have a choice. Stay where you are or step up and become the best version of yourself. Now let's begin. When someone cheats on you, your first instinct might be to ask, what did I do wrong? Was I not enough? Where did I fall short? But here's something many people don't realize until much later. Cheating is rarely about you. It's often about something broken inside of them. Some people cheat not because they don't love you, but because they don't love themselves. They feel unworthy, incomplete, or constantly doubt their own value. So they look outside for validation, a new person, a new thrill, a quick fix. But validation from the outside is like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. It never fills them up. And sadly, in the process, they hurt others just try and feel good about themselves. Believe it or not, some people cheat because genuine love scares them. Real intimacy requires vulnerability. It means letting someone see all of you, your flaws, your fears, your insecurities. And for some people, that's terrifying. So they sabotage it. They run. They find someone new, someone who doesn't really know them, because pretending is easier than being seen. But this isn't your fault. You offered something real, and they weren't ready to receive it. For others, cheating comes from a place of pride. They chase attention to prove they've still got it. They feed on admiration, on feeling desired, because their ego demands it. It's not that you didn't give them enough love. It's that no amount of love would have ever been enough for someone who doesn't know how to love in return. Cheating hurts, deeply, but don't confuse pain with truth. Just because it hurt you doesn't mean it was caused by you. Let this sink in. Someone's inability to love you faithfully is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their wounds. So instead of internalizing their betrayal, interpret it. Look at their actions not as a judgment of your value, but as a mirror reflecting their own unhealed parts. Be kind to yourself in this process. You were honest. You were loyal. You gave from the heart. That's something to be proud of. Let their actions teach you, not break you. Learn, grow, rise. When someone cheats on you, it's natural to feel a wave of emotions: anger, betrayal, heartbreak, confusion. And in those first few moments, it's easy to want to lash out, to scream, to expose, to hurt them the way they hurt you. But here's the truth. Your first reaction becomes a foundation of your healing journey. And if your response is purely emotional, fueled by shock, rage, or revenge, you might end up doing things that don't serve your growth. Things you'll regret later. Things that keep you tied to the pain. So, what does it mean to respond consciously? It means resisting the impulse to react from a place of pain and instead choosing to act from a place of clarity. It means asking yourself, what response aligns with the kind of person I want to be, not just the hurt I'm feeling right now? Let's be honest, revenge feels tempting. You want them to feel what you're feeling. You want them to suffer. You want justice. But here's the hard truth. Revenge gives them power over your peace, because it means your actions are still tied to them. You're still dancing to the rhythm of their betrayal. And what happens after the revenge fades? You're left with the same wound, and now you've added shame or regret to it. Revenge is a short-term thrill. Healing is a long-term transformation. Take a space and protect your energy. In moments of chaos, space is sacred. You don't have to decide everything right away. You don't owe anyone an immediate answer. a dramatic confrontation, or a social media post. Take space to breathe, to feel, to process. Not every feeling is meant to become an action. When you step back, you give your soul time to speak, beneath the noise of your mind. Clarity often whispers in the silence. Cheating is a reflection of their character, not your worth. So don't let the betrayal turn you into someone you're not. Choose to respond with wisdom. Choose to respond with integrity. Choose to respond in a way that honors your healing, not their mistake. Set boundaries, not just walls. Let's be honest, when someone cheats on you, the first instinct is often to shut down. You build walls. You push people away. You stop trusting, not just them, but everyone. And while that response is understandable, it can become a prison. A wall keeps people out, but boundaries are different. Boundaries protect your peace, your values, and your self-worth without shutting down your ability to love again. The difference between walls and boundaries: a wall says, no one will ever get close to me again. A boundary says, you can come close, but only if you respect my values, my heart, and my standards. One is fear-based. The other is built on self-respect. Decide what you will and will not tolerate. After betrayal, it's easy to second-guess everything. But this is when clarity matters most. Ask yourself this: what behaviors cross the line for me? What does loyalty really mean to me? Can trust be rebuilt? And if so, how? Define your non-negotiables. Not out of anger, but out of wisdom. This isn't about controlling others. It's about controlling the access people have to your life. Here's something no one talks about enough. Some people leave after being cheated on and never heal. Some people stay and heal beautifully. Others stay and stay stuck in pain. It's not just what you choose. It's about why you choose it. Don't stay out of fear. Don't leave out of revenge. Choose based on what honors your soul. If you stay, it should be because you see real remorse. There's a commitment to growth, and you truly believe trust can be rebuilt. If you leave, it should be because you know your worth. You value peace over chaos, and you're ready to create a life that aligns with your standards. Pause before you act. Cheating hits hard. It's a storm of emotion, rage, grief, confusion, even guilt. But reacting impulsively can create more damage. Respond. Don't react. Take your time. Journal. Reflect. Talk to someone you trust. In that stillness, you'll hear something louder than your pain. You'll hear your truth. Boundaries are not punishments. They are clarity. They teach others how to treat you. But more importantly, they teach you how to protect your own peace. So the next time someone crosses the line, ask yourself, do I need to build a wall, or do I need to draw a boundary? Because your healing doesn't depend on how sorry they are. It depends on how clear and kind you are to yourself. Let's get something very clear. Being cheated on does not mean you're not enough. I know it feels like that sometimes. You replay conversations, question your worth, and ask yourself things like, what did I miss? Was I not attractive enough? Was I not interesting enough? Did I love too much or not enough? But those questions come from a broken lens, one that someone else cracked. You are not the reason they lied. You are not the reason they chose to be unfaithful. You are not the reason they lacked integrity. Their decision to cheat says everything about them and nothing about your value. Cheating is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their character. Some people cheat not because they lack love, but because they lack discipline, emotional maturity, or the courage to communicate. Others cheat because they're disconnected from themselves, and they try to fill that emptiness by hurting others. That pain, that betrayal, it's real, but it's not your identity. Your worth is not measured by how others treat you. It's measured by how you treat yourself after they don't. If someone walked into a museum and threw paint on a masterpiece, would that ruin the art? Or would it just show that the person had no idea what they were looking at? You're still the masterpiece. They just didn't know how to appreciate art that doesn't scream for attention. That doesn't mean you become louder. It means you protect your frame. Reconnect with yourself, especially now. When trust is broken, you don't just lose the relationship. You often lose pieces of yourself, your confidence, your laughter, your glow. So now, it's time to come home to you. Do things that make your soul feel alive. Surround yourself with people who see your light. Speak kindly to yourself, especially in the silence. Practice self-respect like it's a daily ritual, not a reward. This isn't about moving on quickly. It's about coming back to you slowly, gently, honestly. Invest in self-love like never before. Self-love isn't just bubble baths and quotes. It's setting standards and not apologizing for them. It's saying, I will not let someone else's brokenness define how I treat myself. It's building a life so full of truth, peace, and purpose. That betrayal can no longer shake your foundation. You may feel hurt right now. That's okay. That means your heart still works. But never confuse being hurt with being unworthy. You are not hard to love. You were just misloved by someone who didn't love themselves enough to love you right. So repeat this as often as you need. My self-worth is not up for debate. Not then, not now, not ever. To forgive or not to forgive. Forgiveness doesn't mean reconciliation. It means releasing the poison of resentment from your own heart. The misunderstanding of forgiveness. When most people hear the word forgiveness, they immediately associate it with letting someone off the hook. They think it means excusing bad behavior or reconcile with the person who hurt them. But that's not the true meaning of forgiveness. Forgiveness, in its deepest form, is not about the other person. It's not about saying what you did was okay. It's not about opening the door to further hurt or abuse. Forgiveness is about you. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of carrying resentment, bitterness, and anger. Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget what happened or that the pain magically disappears overnight. It means you're deciding to release the grip of hatred or resentment that has taken hold of your heart. By forgiving, you're breaking free from the emotional chain that keeps you tied to the person who hurt you. It's like choosing to let go of the poison that is slowly killing you, even though it might still be in your system. The true meaning of forgiveness, releasing resentment. When you hold on to grudges, resentment, or anger, it's like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die from it. That bitterness doesn't hurt them. It hurts you. You carry it in your heart, your thoughts, and your body, often without realizing the toll it takes on your well-being. Forgiveness is about releasing that poison, and in doing so, taking back your peace. You give up the desire for revenge. You stop the constant cycle of reliving the pain. Think about it this way. Imagine you're holding on to a burning coal, open to throw at someone who wronged you. The whole time, you're the one getting burned. When you forgive, you drop the coal. You stop the fire from hurting you. Are you healing with them or healing from them? Here's the key question to ask yourself when considering forgiveness. Are you healing with them or healing from them? This question is incredibly powerful because it highlights the fundamental choice you have in the healing process. Healing with them means you're trying to move forward together. You might think that forgiving someone means bringing them back into your life, allowing them to stay in your space, and hoping the relationship can be fixed. But sometimes that's not possible, especially if the betrayal was too deep or the trust was irreparably broken. Healing from them, on the other hand, means you are choosing to heal for yourself, not for them. You're choosing to move forward in a way that allows you to regain your peace and sense of self-worth without needing them to change, apologize, or even acknowledge the pain they caused you. You don't have to reconcile with someone to forgive them. You don't have to invite them back into your life. Forgiveness, in this case, is about empowering yourself to move forward and not allow their actions to dictate the course of your life. Forgiveness doesn't mean weakness, it's strength. Many people confuse forgiveness with weakness. They think that by forgiving, they are giving the other person permission to hurt them again. But in reality, forgiveness is a bold act of strength. It takes strength to forgive because you're choosing to release control over what happened and refuse to let hold you hostage. You are saying, I am no longer going to let this person or this event define me. Forgiveness doesn't mean you're denying the hurt. It doesn't mean you're pretending that everything is okay. It simply means you're taking a stand and saying, I refuse to be consumed by this any longer. When is forgiveness not possible? There are times when forgiveness might feel impossible. That's okay. It's important to recognize that forgiveness is a process, not a one-time decision. If you can't forgive today, it doesn't mean you won't be able to in the future. Sometimes time and space are needed to let the emotional wounds heal. It might take years to fully forgive someone. That's perfectly fine. The key is moving toward forgiveness, not forcing it before you're ready. The power of letting go. Forgiveness isn't about giving the other person a free pass. It's about giving yourself the freedom to move forward. The pain, the anger, the sadness, they don't have to control your life. The more you hold on to resentment, the more it becomes a heavy weight on your shoulders. Forgiveness is like setting down that weight, freeing yourself from the emotional burden that's been holding you back. So remember, forgiveness is a gift to yourself, not the person who hurt you. It's about reclaiming your inner peace. It's about choosing to live without the bitterness that chews at your soul. Ask yourself again, are you healing with them or healing from them? Because the power to heal lies in your hands. And the first step toward healing is to forgive not for them, but for you, the power of letting go. There's a common misconception about letting go. A lot of people think it means forgetting, that somehow you just need to erase the past in order to move forward. But let's be real, forgetting isn't the answer. If you try to forget the pain, the betrayal, the hurt, you're only burying it deep inside. It's like trying to sweep dust under a rug. It might disappear from sight for a while, but it's still there, waiting to resurface when you least expect it. True healing comes from releasing. You don't heal by forgetting. You heal by releasing what no longer serves you, what's holding you back, what's keeping you anchored in the past, instead of moving forward toward your peace and growth. Release, don't forget. When we talk about releasing, we're talking about making a conscious decision to let go of what you can't control, of what has already happened. Letting go is about finding the strength to say, I am no longer allowing this to define me. This experience does not control my future. You see, holding on to pain doesn't make you stronger. It only weighs you down, like carrying a backpack full of rocks day after day. The moment you choose to release it, you're not losing anything, you're gaining your peace back. Letting go is not weakness. Some people think that letting go means you're weak, that it's somehow an act of surrendering to defeat. But in reality, letting go is one of the strongest things you can do. It takes courage to walk away from something that no longer serves you. It takes strength to look at the pain in the eye and say, I deserve better. It takes wisdom to recognize that staying attached to something that's broken will never bring healing. Letting go is the highest form of self-care and inner strength. It means choosing peace over chaos, choosing your well-being over the things that drain your energy. It's not about letting go of the memories or the lessons learned. It's about letting go of the emotional baggage that holds you in the past. You can't heal in the same place you were broken. Think about this for a moment. If you keep holding on to the situation, to the person, to the pain, you're staying exactly where you were hurt. You're trying to heal in the same place that broke you, and that's simply not possible. It's like trying to repair a broken vase while still standing on the shards of glass. The pieces may look the same, but they'll never fit the way they once did. To heal, you need a new environment, a new perspective. You need to step away from the scene of the hurt in order to gain clarity and room for growth. Sometimes, healing means walking away from the things that hold us back, not because they're bad, but because they no longer serve us. It's a process. There's no overnight fix, and it's okay to take your time. Letting go is not about cutting ties instantly or pretending everything is fine. It's about gently and gradually releasing the hold that past experiences have on your emotional state. Every step forward, even if small, is a victory. Every moment you choose peace over pain, you're reclaiming your life. This is where the true power of letting go comes from. It's in a gradual transformation, the ability to face the truth of your feelings and still choose to move forward, no matter how difficult. When you release what's no longer aligned with your values, your peace, and your happiness, you open up the possibility for something far greater to enter your life. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, looking at the view ahead. You've been carrying so many burdens, but as you start to let them go, it's like the weight lifts from your shoulders. You begin to breathe easier. The future looks brighter, even if it's uncertain. You're not letting go of hope or love or lessons learned. You're simply creating the space for new opportunities, for new experiences that align with the person you're becoming. Letting go isn't easy. It's one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but it's also one of the most freeing, empowering decisions you can make for yourself. You don't have to forget the pain, the betrayal, or the hurt. You just need to let go of the emotional hold it has on you. By doing that, You open yourself up to healing, to peace, and to the growth that's waiting for you on the other side. As you move forward, remember, you can't heal in the same place you were broken. But by choosing to release what's no longer aligned, you'll find the strength to create a new, brighter path for yourself. Grow from it. Don't get bitter. Get better. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. When betrayal hits, it feels like everything you once knew has been turned upside down. The world doesn't feel safe anymore. The person you trusted has broken your faith in ways you never imagined. And it's normal to feel angry, sad, and confused. But in the midst of all this, there's a choice. The choice to grow. Use the pain as a portal for transformation. Pain doesn't have to break you. It doesn't have to define you. In fact, pain can become a portal, a doorway to a better version of yourself. Think of it this way. In nature, when a butterfly emerges from a cocoon, it has to endure the struggle of breaking free. The process is difficult, even painful, but it's essential for its transformation. Without that struggle, it can't spread its wings and soar. Similarly, when betrayal strikes, it feels like you're trapped in that cocoon of pain and confusion. But what if this is the moment you break free and begin to transform into something greater than you were before? The key is to not let the pain harden your heart. Instead of allowing the bitterness to take root, choose to let the pain fuel your growth. See this betrayal as an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. This pain is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter. Who do you want to become after this? This is the question you need to ask yourself. Who do you want to become after this betrayal? You see, your pain doesn't determine your future unless you let it. It's easy to get stuck in the cycle of bitterness, resentment, and distrust. You can stay stuck in victimhood, forever reliving betrayal, replaying the pain over and over in your mind. But you get to decide what comes next. Ask yourself this. Do I want to stay angry, bitter, and broken for the rest of my life? Or do I want to rise from this and become someone who is wiser, stronger, and more capable of love than ever before? Choosing to grow from betrayal means you have to shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on what was taken from you, focus on what you can create now. You have the power to shape the person you become. And that person can be someone who is even more resilient and compassionate than before the pain. One where you learn from the experience and transform it into wisdom and strength. Here's a new story you can start telling yourself. Yes, I've been hurt. Yes, someone I trusted broke my heart. But that pain has only made me more resilient. It has taught me the importance of setting boundaries, of trusting my instincts, and of protecting my peace. I am stronger now. I am wiser now. And I will not let this define my worth. This is my transformation story. In the end, it's not about what happened to you. It's about what you do with what happened. Will you let the pain destroy you? Or will you let it shape you into the person you were always meant to be? You are not defined by the betrayal. You are defined by how you rise from it. This is your opportunity to become a version of yourself that is unbreakable, unshakable, and unstoppable. Use the pain as fuel to push forward, to evolve, and to build a life where you are in control, where your peace is invincible. So, ask yourself one last question. Who do you want to be after this? The answer is yours to create. Remember, the best way to handle cheaters isn't to stoop to their level, but to rise above. Stay true to yourself. Keep your integrity intact, and let karma do the rest. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.